Yo, 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 this is the sidebar with Sean Preston. And today's guest, I got Tae Nino with me. Man, how you feeling, man?
Feeling good, man. It's a good week. You know, getting
Good,
it started, getting it started.
good, good. Speaking of the week, like you said it was good. Tell us why the week was good this week.
Well, I had orientation for a new job.
Okay.
I'm now a truck driver for Swift,
Okay.
so I'm about to hit the road soon.
Big CDL.
Big CDL.
Okay. I I wanted to be a truck driver. I just never dived in the field, man. Never got out there and did it. I be talking junk sometimes. Like somebody send me, the CDL schools, people to send them, and I just never go. So congratulations on that, man.
Thank you. Hey, it's always an opportunity. Like now, it's a lot more lenient than back then. Like back then, you used to have to go on the road for like a couple. You got to get at least a year of experience on the road before you can go local and stuff. They got stuff right off the bat. You can go local. You go home every day.
Sweet, 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 sweet. So we was talking beforehand, man, about the Army of Two featuring Feature Lee.
Yeah.
Man, the Army of Two featuring Feature Lee is out now. Like, tell me like how that project came together.
So, initially it started when we was recording the Love Hate album with Mature the Servant,
Okay.
and
Shout out Vince.
I like that Lee had me in a different field of artistry as far as like he had me on these real hype songs, and it helped enhance like my performance and everything. And I started falling in love with that feel of getting emotions out like that. And I told him like, bro, we might as well just do a whole project like this. Like let's work on it. Let's get it together. And it's been done for a long time, honestly. It's just that we didn't want to just put it out with nothing behind it.
Sweet.
But due to scheduling and me going to school, he got kids now, so we never really had the chance to come together and put it out the proper way. But we got a lot of stuff in store for y'all, so don't worry about it.
Nice, nice. How many tracks and do y'all have any features on the project besides Feature Lee?
Yeah, we got 8 songs.
Okay.
And we got 2 features from Say Ray.
Say Ray.
Yep.
Shout out to Say Ray. I remember you was just talking about like, the feeling of the music that y'all created prior to like making this project, like recreating those feelings again. Was that a easy process or a hard process for you, or did the music just flow this time around?
It was easy at first because I had the studio out here,
Okay.
and every day I was in that studio, and I was going through stuff when I was in that studio.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I had a whole life change for real. Lost the crib, lost my car, lost everything.
Okay.
So I started to rebuild in there, and I was, naturally I'm gonna be upset, and a lot of that came out in the music. It's just I started getting my shit together again.
Nice.
And then I ended up leaving the studio. I had my own house again, so I was recording out the house again. I had to get used to that again. That's where stuff started getting a little different because we were so close to being done with the album. It was just new stuff popping up.
Yeah.
I always told myself, I feel like ever since I've been grown and really determined, it's like every year I go through this reset process because I'm constantly elevating. But a lot of people don't talk about, it's not when you elevate, and it ain't like you hear, then you hear, then you hear. It's like you're here and then you go here, but in order to get here, you got to start here. Then you take 2 steps up. But then by the time you get here, now you're supposed to be here, and then you all the way back down here, and you got to build up from there. It's just a hell of a process. It's an emotional roller coaster. And honestly, a lot of the shit that I've been through these past couple of years, I don't think too many could have made it out of without crashing out or doing something to get themselves in an even more fucked up predicament. But me, I'm just built different. I use a lot of that and I turn it into motivation. I'm probably not supposed to think like this, but all I be thinking about in the back of my head is when I'm up, I'm stunting on everybody who been shitting on me. Even though I know when I get there, I'm not going to do it because I'm just not like that. It's like, all right, God got me at the end of the day. And, I'm not going to use my blessings and flaunt it and be like, oh, y'all can't do this, or oh, look what I did and y'all still here. Nah, I'm gonna show y'all if you can go from nothing to everything you could ever want. My character is basically me, an asshole. He like to fight.
We back. But Jesus Christ, some furniture should have started moving. Some shots should have been fired. All of the above, bro. Cause
But
you,
sometimes people need to hear that about their bitch. Like, bro, that she ain't the one, fam. Like, you fucking with a rent a hoe.
yeah. Rent a center. All of the above. But yeah, I'm sorry for cutting you off. You was explaining. You saying your character.
Yeah,
Is you.
my character is basically me, an asshole that like to fight and talk shit and laugh about that money. The only thing that's different is I am not a cop and will never be a cop. Not a cop. Other than that, though, personality, me. I probably wouldn't do some of the shit that he's doing in the movie. But then again, in another life, I probably have. I probably have, man.
Was there any different challenges from House of T to this movie? Like, as far as you being an actor, like, was there anything that you had to adapt to outside of being a cop, like taking upon that cop role?
Just being more serious.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's crazy, I was just watching the House of T interview with all of us.
Yeah.
Like, it was literally the same day last year.
Wow.
So I was watching it. I'm like, damn, all right. The only difference for real is just like I said, being more serious. I had a lot more lines.
Mm-hmm.
So I really wanted to like put on for Vince, especially since he keep giving us these opportunities.
Yeah.
And like, I just want to be known as a better actor than I was on House of T, for sure.
Yeah. And that's good that you look at it that way, to try to, work on your craft and be better than you were the first time. Vince, why I couldn't get a role in this movie?
You would have been perfect for this movie.
Yeah.
Get some revenge.
You're right. Right. I probably would have died in this one too. But yeah, man, The Leopard is dropping December 13th at the Privacy Lounge. I cannot remember what time. I know it's gonna probably be in the evening. We gonna say in between that 6, 7,
like 6, 7, or 8.
6, 7, or 8 o'clock window. Make sure y'all tap in, man. From what I've saw, it's dope. Like, from start to end, the editing is fire. Storyline is crazy. The actors are crazy. It's action packed. It's a dope movie. Do you see yourself, acting in any other movies, any other series, anything, any skits? You gonna start doing some Tae Nino skits?
I am rebranding my TikTok.
Okay.
So possibly, because I'm still trying to find my niche. A lot of people be saying to me now, like, you about to be on the road, da da da. I'm like, yeah, I'm taking my studio stuff.
Yeah.
So they're like, you would be the first truck driver recording. I'm like, probably not, but I could document it.
Yeah.
I don't see that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people be asking me if I'm still gonna be engineering. Yes, but not y'all. If y'all find somebody that can record y'all and y'all want to send it to me to get mixed, I might be able to do it. But I'm focusing on me next year. Next year is all about me for the first time in my life.
Yeah.
So.
And I think you should, man. I think it's time for to focus on yourself. Like, that's one thing I'm working on, man. Just bringing it back to me. A lot of times we feel selfish because, we are people that help a lot of people, and we don't like to say no. But, yeah, we got to get ourselves together, man, before we can help anybody, in my opinion.
No, facts.
In my opinion. So
I used to think you could help people along the way as you going up.
Yeah.
And that shit left me drained with nothing every time. And I feel like that's why I keep having to reset. Is because I try to take people along the way.
Mm-hmm.
I got a house in Lincoln Park last year. I was by myself, perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing was out of whack. I'm talking about I had my nice routine. I go to work from
Sweet.
5 o'clock in the morning to 3:30. I'm doing 3 different jobs in that time span because I was driving regular trucks at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Come home, clean up, cook, vibe, everything. And then I was with somebody and I let them come and everything just started getting disrupted. I'm not going to completely blame it on them. It wasn't her fault per se, but I should have kept that space to myself. That was my safe haven.
Got you. Got you. I know you was on social media the other day promoting Toxic Vibes 1, 2, and 3, asking people like what was their favorite one. Out of those 3 projects, what is your favorite one?
I don't know. That's why I started asking other people. Because it's like I can easily say 3 because I feel like 3 was the most versatile out of all of them. And I had 3.5 to go with that. But then I can say 2 because 2, it was short and to the point. And like around that, I was just in a different bag at that time to where I was done with that project in like 2 weeks. And it was just constant.
2 weeks is crazy.
And then the first Toxic Vibes, I like that because I felt like I was in like my super toxic bag. Like I was just in a phase where it's like, nah, y'all hoes got me fucked up. And I'm gonna talk about it. Like I'm really that nigga and I play humble a lot. I ain't gonna say I play humble. I am very humble. But a lot of people feel like I be too modest and I started seeing it. And then that's when the Toxic Vibe series came about. I got tired of being called toxic because I was going back to something that was toxic when I wasn't the problem or I didn't feel like the problem. Now I can admit I probably was the problem half the time because I could have just left it alone.
Yeah.
You know? And that's what made me the problem is I could just leave shit alone and I don't. I actually mentioned that too. And Take It to the Head on Toxic Vibes 2, where I was talking about just feeling like I'm a lot different than a regular person my age.
Yeah.
So I feel like when I meet a woman and then they'll tell me like, I don't think I should do nothing relationship wise right now. My dumb ass don't listen because I feel like, all right, well, you ain't never had nobody like me. So let me see if I can convince you otherwise. And then it'll seem like it's working. And then they pull a plug on me and I'll be like, fuck.
Pull a rug from under your feet.
Like, I should have listened.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. From Toxic Vibes 1, 2, and 3, if you throw Gemini Moon in there, how would you rank those in chronological order from 1 through 4? What would you say is your best project out of those 4?
Goddamn.
If you want to skip the question, we can. We come back.
I'm a real artist. I'm gonna answer this shit.
Okay.
It's my music. It ain't like I'm doing somebody else's shit. So
Yeah.
I say Gemini Moon is number 1 because that's an overall consensus about how I feel about everything and just about life. I would say Toxic Vibes 2 is my number 2. Because that was just about a specific situation, but I was really feeling something about that particular situation, and I feel like that show more of my overview about relationships in general than just that person. Toxic Vibes 3 because 3 is just like I feel like I really elevated on that album, and I started dabbling in the different genres, and then I say the first one last because even though it got some hitters on there, I just feel like that was just the start of it. Like that was my foundation.
Yeah, most people, it's crazy. Like most people will rank the first of something, their best one, and you like, nah, like the first one gonna be last. So it just show like you feel like you got better, over time. So that's dope. That's dope. Going into the top 5 R&B albums. What's your top 5 R&B albums?
Oh my God. My number 1 is Trap Soul.
Okay.
That album was so fire.
Bryson.
I used to tell people all the time, I want to do a girl dirty in a relationship so I can sing this album to them. My young ass was out of control. But Trap Soul, and people got to understand I'm young. I'm only 26. So excuse the music I grew up with.
Yeah.
But Trap Soul, I hate that this is one of my favorite albums, but good music is good music. I fuck with I fuck with R. Kelly albums. Like like aside of the bullshit, the man was a genius. Um I cannot deny that. And then the artists that he wrote for, stuff like that. I'm probably gonna get some hate from this too. And it ain't even hate like on no bad shit, but I like the X album by Chris Brown.
Okay.
Um
So let's see, that's 3.
mm-hmm. I'm probably missing some, but it's okay. I'm gonna do a Scissor Control album. I think that's what it's called, Control. And Rihanna Anti.
Okay. We got Bryson, R. Kelly, Chris, SZA, and Rihanna.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Top 5 hip hop albums.
Oh yeah, they really about to hate me on this. All right. My number 1 album, my favorite hip hop album of all time, is "To Pimp a Butterfly" by Kendrick Lamar. Number 2 is "Take Care" by Drake.
Uh-oh.
Exactly. Number 3 is I'm young, bro. So
It's cool.
I
I don't mind, bro. Go ahead.
I'm just telling this for the viewers.
Okay.
I'm young. I don't listen to old
Say
shit.
you ain't listening to Notorious B.I.G.
No, I'm sorry. Like, I'm young. I didn't grow up with that. Like, I had it around me, but that's not what I predominantly had.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I'm a fan of hip hop, but not that much to go back right now.
Yeah.
Um,
You ain't missing nothing.
let me see. Cause this
Rest in peace, Biggie, though.
Oh, rest in peace, Biggie, for sure. And Pac.
Yeah.
They still great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead. I'm going to let you finish the album. Before I interject.
Damn. Okay, let me see.
You said Kendrick, "To Pimp a Butterfly," Drake,
Mm-hmm.
"Take Care."
I'm going to do Travis Scott, Birds in the Trap album.
Okay.
Damn, this is the hard ass.
Yeah.
There's so many great albums.
Yeah. What I love about doing this is like people get to be selective to the type of music that they like. You know, they get to, regardless of what Rolling Stone might say or Source or XXL, all the hip hop magazines. You know, you get a real opinion from a real person versus some niggas that work at the. Not saying that they not real people, but yeah,
They literally paid to just listen to music.
yeah.
I'm gonna say 17 album by XXX Tentacion. That
Rest
album
in
saved
peace,
my
X.
life. I'm gonna say Father Figure 2 by Rex Life Raj.
That's 5. That last one I've never heard of.
Rex Life Raj is probably like one of my all-time favorite artists.
I'm gonna have
If
to
you
check
listen
him
to
out.
his music, you will understand why I make the music the way I do. He fire.
We got Kendrick, Drake,
Travis Scott.
Travis Scott, X,
Yeah.
Race Life Raj. Going back to the conversation around listening to music that was in your era, you know, you young. I just did that most recently, man, where I had to go back because I'm like, man, I like, you know, I listen to Big, I listen to Pac. Rolling Stone had said that this was really caught my eye. They said that Ready to Die was the best hip hop album of all time. So I had to go back and listen because when Ready to Die came out, I was probably like 4 or 5. So I was nowhere near understanding what that album was about. So I go back and listen, and I'm like, this can't be the greatest hip hop album of all time. Like, there's no way that this is the greatest hip hop album of all time. I went back and I listened to Tupac, his first, let me see, Tupacalypse Now, Strictly for My Niggas, Me Against the World, All Eyes on Me, and then Machiavelli. Machiavelli was released after he passed. Tupacalypse Now and Strictly for My Niggas, like, it was hard on the ears. Like, Tupac was really rapping like he was a Black Panther. Like I support the message and stuff like that, but nobody want to hear that shit, Sharif. Like nobody want to hear that. And then that album, it came out in 1991. I was 1 year old when the album dropped,
Right.
so it's like I didn't get to, I wasn't old enough to listen to it. But when I heard "Me Against the World" and "All Eyes on Me," I'm like, those are his best albums. Biggie only made 2 projects while he was alive. Like, "Ready to Die" was not it. "Life After Death" was all right. But I'm saying all
He
that.
made 2 albums while he was alive, and those was the names.
Yes.
All right, that's foreshadowing.
"Ready to Die" and "Life After Death," bro.
That's definitely foreshadowing.
Yeah, yeah. And that's one of the things that they say about Big's life. Like, he spoke, stuff like that into existence. But I just say all that to say, like, music is selective, and some of the stuff that people might deem great in 1994, 1995 might not be as great in 2024. But I feel like people need to start respecting the evolution of music,
Oh, for sure.
and then recognizing, like, everything might not be for you. It all got its time and its place. But I didn't want to be one of them old dudes that be like, today's music is trash. These young niggas don't know what they talking about.
Well, I feel like when they come to, like, when you have conversations about the greatest albums and stuff like that,
Yeah.
the reason I picked the albums that I picked is because of the nostalgia that come with it. Like, it ain't just about, oh, this was a great song. It's like, this is a great song, and this was the great shit that was happening around the time this song came out. So I think that's why a lot of older people be stuck with that, because those was their prime years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They had Freaknik, stuff like that back in the day. So they probably was like reliving them days in that music for sure.
Yeah.
I remember I had 16. Your mama
Was there off. we was listening to Uncle Luke.
Yeah. So I understand. I don't judge nobody on their music selection unless y'all say some shit that's is trash and it's not trash, and I'm on y'all ass.
Yeah. Music is crazy, man. Like, musical opinions is crazy. I done seen heated debates over, like, it's just music, bro. Like, that's it. Like,
It is, but sometimes I literally I have to stop myself on a daily basis from commenting on shit, because, like, I respect opinions, but then somebody will say some shit. Like, I don't like, these are people that I consider dick suckers, okay? I don't like people who every time something come up, you got to say some negative ass shit all the time. You are a dick sucker. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because I be seeing people on my Facebook feed that used to glorify the fuck out of Drake. And then as soon as this Kendrick shit started happening, all of a sudden they hate Drake. They ain't never been a fan of Drake. They ain't never did it. I know motherfuckers when he was here was bum rushing to get on stage and take a picture and all that. But then as soon as this shit come out, oh, Drake was terrible his whole life. And he's not even black. Like, bro, what?
Say you don't want to hear him say nigga no more.
Bro, I want everybody to drop their top listens right now. And if I see Drake in anybody top 5 and I seen y'all dick sucking, I'm deleting the fuck out of y'all.
Like, because we talking about Drake now and people switching up on Drake. Do you feel like within the next year, Drake is going to make a lot of people eat their words, because he got a lot going on right now, with the petition, to begin filing a lawsuit. Do you feel like the music industry, what I'm trying to say, do you feel like the music industry plotted against Drake?
I don't see why not. They do it to everybody.
Yeah.
I feel like by him reaching that contract deal, it's either you're going to re-sign and do a couple more years, or you can really look at retirement. And I ain't going to say they're trying to force him into retirement, but they're going to put him in a place where it won't do nothing but make sense to retire.
Yeah.
Or have a downfall like you see a lot of greats do. He always said when he gets to that point, he going to gracefully bow out, and I feel like that's what they're trying to make him do. But Drake also have to take a step back and say, you know what? silence all the noise. Fuck the petty beefs. If somebody sided with Kendrick and you feel some type of way about it, I ain't gonna say let it go. Of course, remember it the whole nine. Don't show it. Just get in the booth and make the great music that you make.
Yeah.
That's it. You do them numbers. What the fuck can they say?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's kill this whole Kendrick killed Drake career narrative because his numbers is still charting like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Kill all that extra shit. I don't see how people so invested in somebody else's downfall. Like, that shit's so weird to me. And I'm not saying, like, I'm not no Kendrick hater. I love Kendrick. Y'all just heard Kendrick album is my number one.
Number one, yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I love Kendrick just as much as I love Drake. My whole thing is I'm not too invested into these men's personal lives.
Yeah.
I listen to the music.
Yeah.
If Drake did some weirdo shit, all right, bet I'm gonna have to fall back.
Mm-hmm.
But until that come out, I'm here for the music. I don't know neither one of these men personally.
Yeah.
Why am I sticking up and fighting and defending and debating all this shit all day? These niggas don't know who I am.
Yeah.
They'll see me in the street and walk past me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not doing all that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna enjoy the music while it's here because I relate on both levels.
Mm-hmm.
I relate to Drake when he gets to talking about, you know, the older things and the women and the emotional aspect. I relate to Kendrick when he talking about life, spirituality, and growth. That's where I'm gonna leave it at. I'm not about to get too invested in all this extra shit.
You not gonna get too invested like the blogs and stuff.
No,
you just here to be a fan of the music.
Fan of the music.
Yeah, yeah. That's a great way to look at it for sure. How do you feel about just this whole thing, like just from the Like That record, you know, to just everything, like how everything popped off. I ain't gonna lie, like when it first started happening, I'm like, Drake is going crazy. Like I actually liked, people don't give Family Matters enough credit.
They don't. That was the best song throughout the whole beat. Like That was the best song.
Yeah.
Family Matters was the best diss record.
Yeah.
A lot of people tend to try to discredit the fact that he was going against multiple people.
Yes. What was the name of the one before that?
It was Push Ups.
Yeah. Drop It, Give Me 50.
Yeah, that's Push Ups.
It's
a whole different version. I like the original version better than the one that he dropped.
Yeah.
Because he was saying some shit at the end. I'm like, boy.
This ain't even everything I know. Don't wake the demon up. Drop It, Give Me 50. All you fuck niggas teaming up. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, he was talking crazy.
Yeah.
I even like Taylor Made Free. I like the whole beef. It was nothing in that beef that came out that I didn't like.
Taylor Made was crazy. I don't think people would reckon. Or maybe they did. I can't say. I'll say most people didn't recognize how crazy that was, bro. Like you took a AI voice, made it sound like Pac, and then dissed somebody from the West Coast. I feel like that's like up there with Gucci on stage with Jeezy.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Say go dig your partner up, bro.
Go dig up your dead homie.
But think about it. Whoa. I ain't even look at it like this until now. Kendrick dropped Reincarnated on the album.
Yep.
Off the Tupac beat. So, I mean, it gets deep, but for Drake to use an AI Tupac and an AI Snoop on a diss record.
West Coast Savior. They don't want to give it credit, but they was though. And this is the shit that I be talking about. Yeah. When Drake first dropped it, people was mad about the AI thing, but everybody was like, Kendrick, you gotta respond. Gave him a grace period of 2 weeks. I even seen, and shout out to Oob, bro. Oob is one of my favorite people on Facebook.
Shout out to Oob.
He be saying some crazy shit, but overall, I fuck with Oob heavy because he stand on his shit. Yeah. You feel me? Oob even said, if Kendrick don't respond, I'm gonna get mad. When I seen that, I was like, all right, Oob, you funny as hell. But you know, they gave Drake the credit for that, and then as soon as he dropped Euphoria, all that shit went down the drain. And Euphoria was amazing,
man.
And nothing short. Like people always talk about the Not Like Us. Euphoria deserved that credit,
man.
To me, Not Like Us was crazy, but Euphoria was just on a different level. Like,
and then like Meet the Grahams, where it got dark.
That was dark. The only reason why Meet the Grahams don't get the credit is because of the whole daughter shit that wasn't true.
Yeah, and those songs like he dropped Meet the Grahams right after Drake dropped Family Matters.
Yep.
Like that all happened in the same
6 minutes.
Yes.
In 6 minutes.
That was 6 minutes?
Then the next day, or like the next 2 days, dropped Not Like Us. It was crazy.
When I heard the entire time they was going back and forth, I'm like, all right, Kendrick, like I see what you doing, but you ain't made no slap yet.
I think that's what everybody was saying.
When I heard that,
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When I first heard Not Like Us, I was on a cruise. And I was on a cruise and I heard that shit, and I had a moment. I was just like, I just took the hat off. Like, I damn near threw it, but I was like, fuck, this good. Like, I'm like, I don't know what Drake gonna do for this.
I felt like I was from Cali. I started throwing up my hood. I'm from Pontiac, Michigan. I started throwing up my hood.
That was that was so great. Oh my God, that moment was so great. I was on a cruise ship. Like, I don't even want to go in the ocean today. I ain't swimming nothing. Turn this shit on repeat.
Yeah, I seen the clip of Kai Cenat where he cut it on. He was like, "Oh my God, I want to be a thug." Like, bro, like that. That's how I was feeling. I ain't even from Cali, and I was walking.
No, for real.
Like I was like, bro, like it was an epic time, and then. Didn't Drake? Didn't he drop like the heart
part 6?
Part 6.
That don't get talked about enough to me.
It don't.
First off, they tried to discredit the song because he went on the song. He started talking about the snitching allegations, and he was like, "Whoever you getting your credit from is all clowns." Then they fast forward the song and then be like, "We fed you the information," and people really misconstrue that part, bro. When he's saying that whoever you got the information from, he's talking about the snitching.
Do you feel like people say SZA was the mole? Do you feel like SZA was the mole?
That would be so dark and twisted. Oh my God. I literally just asked Lee about SZA the other day. I said, ain't she TB? He's like, nah. I'm like, but I'm like, you think she anti-Drake now?
just think about it, bro.
They did date back in 2008. That's what Drake said.
Think about it. Like, I'm gonna I cut you off from your thought. My bad.
No, you good.
But just she did the interview with Kendrick, with the magazine. They on tour, right? They about to start a tour together. One of the biggest records on Kendrick album right now, Luther. She on the album
twice.
Like how who would they get some information from? She was with Drake this year and all last year with Sexy Red. Rich Baby Daddy was going crazy.
Yep.
They shot the vid.
But why would she do that though? What did Drake do to SZA now?
That's a good question. That's just all this is just theory, y'all.
Yeah, it's a lot of behind the scenes shit that be going on. This is why I don't get invested. I don't know shit.
Yeah.
Who do I talk to about this? Where do I get the information from?
Yeah. But I don't know where we was headed before I said, do you think SZA was the we was talking about the verse where he was like, we fed you the information.
Oh yeah.
In the Heart Part 6 verse.
He was talking about the daughter information when he said we fed you the information. And people think he talking about everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. Stop calling my phone.
But yeah. We gonna end with this one, man. Would you rather fight 20 little people or 5 UFC fighters?
Now, when you say little people,
I don't want to say the M word.
Oh, okay. Damn.
All right, I'll say, would you fight 20 toddlers then?
I'm kicking the shit out of a toddler. I'm not fighting 5 UFC fighters. These people are trained professionals. They professionally know how to jump you. One person could be breaking your arm. The other person could be breaking your leg. The one person could be just punching you. No, I'm straight. Give me the little people.
Yeah.
I don't care how strong they could be. They still small.
Yeah.
I got a steel chair for each and every one of them.
Yeah.
WWE style.
They run up.
And then 20 people run up. All 20 of them is not getting no hits in.
Yeah.
Back against the wall. I stand tall. I'm kicking. I'm doing everything. Y'all better hope a steel chair is not in the vicinity. I'm using it.
That steel chair on some toddlers would be crazy.
Man, they sleep. Really, with toddlers, you just gotta hurt one bad enough. It's gonna scare the rest of them.
Yeah, they gonna reconsider.
Yeah, they gonna run.
They gonna reconsider. It's gonna be that one though that that got some courage. Like he gonna be like, oh, he knocked my man's out. I gotta at least fight.
If I'm fighting 20 toddlers, I'm sorry, there's no mercy. It ain't no, oh, I'm gonna just push you over. No, I'm gonna slam you. I'm probably gonna throw you into a wall.
That
Like,
Hawk smash. But he
Low
had
key.
low key. Oh my God, bro.
Come here.
Like
Anybody else? I'm not taking it easy, no.
can't show no mercy. Once you make an example out of somebody, they going back down. But yeah, you got anything you want to add for today, man?
Oh, can I get some shout outs?
Yeah, go ahead.
First and foremost, shout out to you.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? The legend.
Oh yeah,
the legend. Please.
Yeah,
Give this man his flowers whenever y'all see him. Shout out to Mature the Servant.
Vince.
Go. He do everything. I can name everything, but I'll still be missing some. Shout out Feature Lee. We just dropped the project. Shout out Say Ray for the features. Shout out my family, my mom.
Shout out to the fam.
Everybody. If y'all need y'all hair done, Lyric Bell do locks, Jay
Shout out
do
to LB.
locks, Lucy Lou do everything
Shout out to
else.
Jade.
And yeah, like shout out to everybody that's watching. Shout out to the viewers. Shout out to the supporters. We need y'all.
Big facts. Big facts, man. Thank you for being here today, brother.
Thank you for having
It's
me, man.
always fun. This has been an episode of the Sidebar with Sean Preston. Until next time, man. We lit. Let's get it.
Okay.
Yeah.